How's it going, guys? Having this time absolutely great day like always, and today I'm gonna be checking out some more Sleep Token. I've been waiting so long for this because they have been an incredible band for me. I love them. I love their music, their drumming, singing, everything they do as a band. I'm very into it. So today I'm gonna be checking out a song called Take Me Back to Eden, and it has been requested by one of you guys, so thank you so much for that. And if you have any more requests you want me to listen to, you can request them by clicking the link in my YouTube profile and donating. But I don't want to waste too much time in the intro, and I'll just jump straight into my first time ever reaction of Sleep Token's Take Me Back to Eden. Okay, some birds in the back. And an interesting sounding piano, I want to say.
I dream in phosphorescence, bleed through spaces, see you drifting past the fall, but no one told you where to go.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. First off, a new character. I checked out, I think it was The Summoning, that also had a character like this, but it was completely different. Like this one, this is like an angel of sorts, but what's throwing me off is that there's a scythe in its hand, which is a sign of death and the Grim Reaper, but the wings, they are associated with an angel, but they look scruffy, you know, like a raven's wings, which, again, black thing, this is all blacked out. There's some roots, something going on from the bottom of this figure. So very interesting. But yeah, so far at the beginning, a lot of bird sounds and some interesting sounding piano. And then Vessel came in and he started singing. And this, it's very emotional, very intimate the way he's singing. He's not screaming, he's not belting, he is talking with melody, you know. But I'm excited where this goes next, because you know, this is Sleep Token. This is probably gonna get so heavy that I will love it. Like, they know how to build it up, and this I think is gonna be a slow riser. More back. I want to hear him start singing again because it's super interesting.
I dream in phosphorescence, bleed through spaces, see you drifting past the fall, but no one told you where to go. We dive through crystal
Love the boom.
vortex, perfect oceans, but no one told me not to breathe. And now the weightlessness recedes.
When that boom came in, like sort of a tiny just drop, it wasn't exactly a drop per se, you know, but you know which moment I mean probably, because then it all got a bit more full. Like even Vessel's voice at the beginning, it was just him, like with a microphone, but now we have layers. Like so far I've picked up like a whispering layer in the back and maybe a bit, you know, higher higher up, so not as deep as his voice, but definitely some whispering or even more things. Plus, yeah, the soundscape just it got a little fuller, and I think that's the way they're gonna take it. It's just gonna get fuller and fuller until we get that typical Sleep Token explosion of sound, guitars, drums, everything like that, and it's probably gonna be brutal. But we'll see where it goes. Bring it back and go again.
Spaces bleed through spaces. See you drifting past the fall, but no one told you where to go. We dive
Here you can boom.
through crystal vortex,
And now there's layers in the voice.
oceans, but no one told me not to breathe. And now the weightlessness recedes.
There was like a roar, a growl.
You're a funeral pyre. Come now, bite through these wires. I'm a waking hell, and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence along both lines of a pathway higher. Grow back your sharpest teeth. You know my desire.
Okay, it just got even fuller. This is like the third time it jumped up from being less complex to more and more filled out with sound. Like there was sort of like a growl of sorts, and now we have maybe even two. I think is playing on his drum pad a bit. You know, those deep bassy just punches here and there. And again, I think the birds are in the background, and Vessel also, before he was very stretched out. His lyrics were long and drawn out, but now he is the one that most stood into my mind is I'm a winged insect, you're a funeral pyre, something like that. But it's very rhythmic, you know, ta 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 ta. So you can bob your head already, and this is a sign that the energy in a song is picking up. And what I love about Sleep Token is they separate different parts of their song very distinctly, so you can, you know, for me, it's very easy to know when to pause with Sleep Token because I know that we're going to switch to a different thing. So it's just not in the middle of a phrase. But yeah, I'm going to bring it back before that little growl / roar, whatever, and let it play over this because, well, I'm looking at YouTube here and there's that graph down below and there's a spike coming up. So I'm guessing that's a drop.
Through these wires, I'm a waking hell, and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence along both lines of a pathway higher. Grow back your sharpest teeth, you know my desire. I will travel far beyond the path through freezing. Take me back to Eden.
Oh, the choir is rising. It's going up. The vocals. What an absolutely amazing verse, or not a verse, sorry, a chorus. Wow. The way I love these drops, these transitions from heartfelt moments, you know, very emotional, very personal, to just brutal drops of like an explosion of sound. And yeah, 2, funnily enough, is not doing too much for his standards. For us mortals, he's still doing a lot and it's amazing playing, but for him, he is pretty much just keeping the 4 on a very trashy cymbal, maybe even a China cymbal, and of course doing his cymbal work, but the bass and the snare are not that complex, which is interesting. And not the way I thought this was gonna go. Yes, it got heavier with the electric guitars and everything, but not as brutal as I was expecting. Plus Vessel's voice in the middle where he just went up and held that note. It feels so good to hear it, really. And here you can already hear sort of the soundscape rising, sort of pushing together and going out. Oh, and how he holds this note. Up there. And now there's a break. This is what I'm telling you. They really separate parts of their songs. Plus you know exactly like when it's calming down because Stu is always doing like a fancy fill. So you know.
Well, yeah, I spit blood when I wake up. Sing porcelain stain, choking up brain matter and makeup. Just 2 days since the mainframe went down and I'm still messed up. Room feels like a meat freezer, I dangling like cold cuts. Missed calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust. Mirror talk, fake love, but I'll take a pound of your flesh before you take a piece of my pay stub. White roses, black doves, godmother, rise up. I need you to see me for what I have become.
Okay, so crazy switch up as always with Sleep Token, but I had no idea we're gonna get a trap part, sort of. You know, the drums, the sound. This 2 is probably playing this on his drum pad because the bass is also very electronic, very reverby, boomy, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it chilled out. You know, the chorus was very heavy, very big, but acoustic. And this is very produced, which is often seen in rap and trap music. But okay, music aside, we are getting more of this figure here in the middle. And it's super interesting because first of all, the wings, they just look to be scruffy because the whole figure was in the dark. So I still imagined, okay, they were probably going to be white because Eden is, of course, the Garden of Eden where Adam and Eve lived. And this song, I'm assuming, is sort of about the return back to Eden, but I don't think it's going good because Vestal said another line, like, I don't listen to lyrics that much, but here and there I catch something, and he said like, room like a meat freezer, which means very cold room. And meat freezer, usually they're in butcher shops. So it's not a very heavenly motif. And this figure, especially, I thought it was an angel, but now we see the wings, the feathers are dark, they're scruffy. They're more akin to some from ravens or crows, plus the scythe. And yet, it's a weird combination. There is gold and black. But because we cannot see the face, I still think this is a negative figure. It's not heaven sent, but more from hell. Maybe. Or maybe this is the one that wants to prevent us, the listeners, or Vessel, the singer, from returning back to the Garden of Eden. But super interesting switch up. I want to hear the transition again. There's like wind as well.
Well, yeah, I spit blood when I wake up. Sing porcelain stain, choking up brain matter and makeup. Just 2 days since the mainframe went down and I'm still
the piano, but very reverby, like in a cave.
Like cold cuts, missed calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust. Mirror talk, fake love, but I'll take a pound of your
and the
flesh
roots
before
from
you
this
take
figure
a piece
down
of
below.
my pay stub.
Super
White
interesting
roses,
imagery.
black doves, mother, rise up. I need you to see me for what I have become. Those eyes like fire. I'm a winged insect.
Layers, a lot of layers.
Come now, bite through these wires. I'm a waking hell, and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence along both lines of a pathway higher. Grow back your sharpest teeth, you know my desire.
Okay, I think, again, this seems like the pause before chorus, because the lyrics, they repeated. Again, that was that one, I'm a winged insect, you're a funeral pyre, which has been said the second time now, and I still haven't figured out what it means. It's most definitely like a metaphor for something, but because I'm not a big lyrics guy, I don't pick up on those things as much. But what I can tell you is that too, he is doing a very basic beat. He's doing a wonderful job of not overplaying for this type of song and the message that Vessel's trying to put out. He's keeping it simple. He's just doing eighth notes on the hi-hat with the bass and the snare here and there, and some groups of three on the hi-hat just to add a little flourish, but nothing complex. Although we got again a second part of the evolution of this middle part with a lot more layers, and the soundscape again got a little more full, and now we've dropped everything, and my guess is we're gonna get another one of those heavy choruses. Again, I hear the birds, which is super cool to hear in a song. Oh, there was a rise and then release on the right cymbal. Oh, piano is... Oh.
I guess it goes to show, does it not, that we've no idea what we've got until we lose it. And no amount of love will keep it around if we don't choose it. And I don't know what's got its teeth in me, but I'm about to bite back in anger. No amount of self-absorbed fury will bring back the glory of innocence.
Oh. What a part. What, you know, when I said at the start this song is probably gonna get heavy, I don't think it is. I think this is made to be like a, Take Me Back to Eden, the name of the song. It led me to believe, we're gonna be talking about the fight to go back to heaven, basically, to paradise. But this song, it really feels like we just failed. Like, these lyrics, I don't know exactly what he said, but the meaning was that you don't appreciate stuff until you've lost them. And that is so true, and it hits so hard. Plus, okay, lyrics are one thing, but the way Sleep Token manages to create an emotional sound with it, and I don't know, I cannot pinpoint what makes it that emotional, but it just hits. I got chills. I had to close my eyes and focus on the music because it's so beautiful. It hits you in the heart, at least for me. And that's why I love this band. Plus, two, also, he did something a bit more interesting. He didn't do as much cymbal work, actually. He pretty much kept hitting the same cymbal, but there were some ghost notes in there, and I am a sucker for ghost notes, and they make it feel a lot more intimate and complex because they're quiet, but they just hit the spot for me as a drummer, you know? This was an amazing part, really. I have to hear this whole thing again because wow. Plus, the figure, it got, again, it's now in darkness. So I think when it was when the light was shining on it in the middle, that was sort of the part where we were really close to going back to Eden. And we were hopeful, but now when this chorus hit, the lyrics got sadder, or at least more directly sadder. I don't know, probably those were sad before too as well. I just didn't get it because there was a lot of metaphors and lyrical thinking, like poetic expression. But this chorus, like there is no mistaking it, it got sad. We are not making it to Eden, I think. Wait, no, even here, like you can hear the exact moment when the piano switches the melody. Like I think Vessel really pressed one or two notes that were not in the melody up to that, and you can feel something's coming. And then when the deep notes are coming from the left side of the piano, that's when you know it's gonna get heartbreaking. Like here, when this first bit louder keystroke hit, wow. It's just...
I guess it goes to show, does it not, that we've no idea what we've got until we lose it. And no amount of love will keep it around if we don't choose it.
Again, chills.
I don't know what's got its teeth in me, but I'm about to bite back in anger. No amount of self-absorbed fury will bring back the glory of innocence.
I just picked up on this last lyric. No amount of self-sought fury will bring back the glory of innocence. Fuck, that's deep. This can be interpreted in so many ways. Like, the most literal to this song is probably that no matter how much we hate ourselves for, ourselves or Adam and Eve for taking a bite of the forbidden apple, nothing will bring back the glory of innocence. So we will never be able to go back to the Garden of Eden. Because once it's done, you cannot reverse things. And this is why this can be considered in so many ways. Like once something happens, you will never become innocent again. And each one of you probably relates to this in a different way, which is what I love about music. It can be interpreted in so many different ways. And just wow, Sleep Token, they know how to speak to everyone. And again, yeah, I was listening to drums. He was really hitting one cymbal and doing some ghost notes. Plus this fill at the end, it's not over the top, but it fits in so well. Of course, there were triplets. 2 is the king of triplets. But it was just a perfect resolution to this middle big part, And I don't know if you saw, but there was darkness spreading from that angel, this angel right here. And again, I have no idea what it means, but one can imagine it's not positive. Oh, sort of a... No, wait, I wasn't ready for this. I'm sorry, I wanted to point out that there was sort of a frequency sound, that like a static on a TV in the background. And it was rising. I should have known that because when something rises, we're going to get a transition into a new song. This is really what you have to practice when learning an instrument, not only playing it, but listening to the music, anticipating the switches. Especially as a drummer, you have to try to get that feeling inside you to know when the song will change, and you can improvise much easier that way. You can put in a quick fill, you can break, you can just expect what comes next. And damn, I didn't do this. But I thought, we had one heavier part and it calmed down again. I thought we're gonna get like another trap part maybe, but definitely not just a break between another heavy part. Wow. Triplets around the drum kit and then ending on a very trashy cymbal again. This is a lot bigger again. Oh, it's still going. Wow. Chills everywhere, dude. Ooh, look at these pulls. And the fade out. Holy shit. Okay, no. This is near the end. I have to hear this whole part again. What? How did they hit me with a triple switcheroo? At the start, I thought this was gonna get heavy. This is what I had in mind. They convinced me completely otherwise, and then they throw in this at the end. Wow. And it really got heavy. There's some double bass in there. Wow, and in the second part, like after the big chorus, when there was a little break and they started the second part, 2 picked up the drums. Like he's doing a shit ton more. There's so many little cymbal splashes here and there. Of course, he's playing all of his cymbals, just switching, doing a lot on the snare, and then double bass. Oh, I love double kicks so much. And they did everything, but I need to hear this again, although this image right here, super powerful. It shows that the darkness has won. We did not make it back to the Garden of Eden, but man, it was a great fight. Here everything is already a lot bigger. There's piano, there's drums, there's like a rumbling in the back. These vocals, on the splashes too. Okay, before we get into the heavy part, please everyone, I encourage you to listen to this with headphones. No speakers will do it justice. Like, the amount of sounds that are being played is unfathomable. There is so much stuff. There's a rumbling, there's piano, there's a choir, there's backing vocals, there's vessel, drums, guitars. They've created such a soundscape, and I have no idea who produces this, but he is a master at producing. Wow. But now, the heavy part, come on, we gotta hear it. Come on, yeah. What? How do you make these sounds? I've always wondered, because electric guitars, I love them, and I love when they make like screeching noises, you know, when they use the whammy bar or a pedal. But how do they make one, 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 one? Because there's like multiple. And it's a great break, like a fill, sort of. And the Vessel's screaming, oh, don't get me started on that. They've all just went into overdrive in this part. Plus, you can see the darkness is slowly consuming everything. And the sound, it sort of gives the same feeling, like darkness is winning. It's relentless. And the music fades out. So it's sort of the effect that we are losing. We are fading out of consciousness. The darkness is consuming us, and we are on the brink of that death. And this heavier music is winning. It's still playing. It's just we hear it less and less because it's over for us. We tried to get back to Eden. We didn't make it. Double bass, yes. On the China cymbal. Wow, this guitar sound, it's so good. And it's just fading out, wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was the greatest experience of my life. Sleep Tokens take me back to Eden. This is their best song yet. And I mean that from like a purely production and music writing standpoint. The amount of sounds they packed into this, the amount of production, mixing, mastering that went into this is next level. And as always, all the instrumentalists and Vessel killed it. I'm not even gonna rank this one in my Sleep Token songs because even the worst song of theirs that I've heard so far is still leaps and bounds ahead of any other band or song that I've heard in my life. So, wow, thank you so much for recommending this one. Please keep recommending Sleep Token. I want to go to the bottom of this rabbit hole because it is the best experience of my life. And I've been listening to them on repeat, even in my own free time. So keep it going, guys. Keep it going. But for today, this is going to be it. So if you have any other requests, drop them down in the donations or in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, or subscribe. And I wish you have a great day, and I'll see you next reaction. Ciao.